All right, everybody, buckle up because we are diving deep into Seoul today.
Ooh, Seoul.
We got our hands on this awesome video tour of some seriously cool spots in the city, and let me tell you, this is one deep dive you won't want to miss.
Already.
From cutting-edge gaming to, traditional tea houses and street food that'll make your mouth water, Seoul seems to have it all.
Yeah, what always fascinates me about Seoul is that blend of, ancient traditions and then super modern trends.
It's a city of contrasts, for sure.
Totally. Where else can you find a centuries-old temple right next to a skyscraper?
Speaking of modern and buzzing, let's talk about this place called HiKr Ground.
Okay.
So the video shows people lining up around the blocks just to get in, so you know it's going to be good, right?
Yeah, that tracks. These pop-up experience spaces, especially the ones all about gaming and esports, they're hugely popular in South Korea. It's like this whole cultural phenomenon now.
Makes sense, since South Korea is leading the charge in both tech and entertainment. And this particular event, it was all about this esports legend, HiKr.
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine, Michael Jordan in his prime, but for, competitive gaming.
He's a total rock star, for real.
And HiKr Ground, they knew exactly what they were doing. They totally played up his star power.
Smart.
Interactive displays, chances to win prizes. They even had photo ops with HiKr himself. It was all about giving fans that chance to, really celebrate their love for the game and for HiKr.
Totally. It creates this space where everyone there have that shared passion.
And the video, it really captured that electric atmosphere. You could just feel it through the screen. I bet those animated screens, the fans excitedly collecting stamps, it's like you're practically there in the middle of it all.
You know what I find fascinating about these spaces? It's more than just, consuming something. It's about community,
That's a good point.
a place where people can connect with others who get it, who share their passions.
It's like a shared experience.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got this high-tech gaming haven, and then bam. The video takes this sharp turn and transports us to this place called the Ikseondong Hanok Village.
Whoa, talk about a contrast.
Right. From esports to, traditional Korean houses, it's amazing.
That's Seoul for you, this captivating mix of old and new.
And these hammocks, let me tell you, the video makes them look like something straight out of a fairy tale.
They're beautiful.
Those sloping roofs, the intricate woodwork, it's like you can almost feel the history,
And every single element of Hanok architecture, it has a purpose. It's connected to Korean history and culture.
Really?
Yeah, the layout, the materials, everything reflects this deep respect for nature and tradition.
It's amazing to think that these structures have been around for centuries, seeing Seoul change and evolve around them.
And Ikseondong itself, it's the perfect example of Seoul's ability to blend the past with the present.
I was just thinking that.
You have these historic Hanoks that have been restored and turned into these, trendy cafes and boutiques.
Yeah, it's like stepping back in time, but with, a latte in hand.
Exactly. It's the best of both worlds.
And speaking of best of both worlds, did you see the food in Ikseondong? Oh my gosh. The street food scene looked incredible.
I know, right?
From traditional which, by the way, are these chewy rice cakes that are like a staple in Korean cuisine.
Oh, yeah.
To all those Instagram-worthy desserts, I'm already drooling over here.
Same.
And it's not just about the visuals. The video mentioned that they had both savory and sweet options for the tick, which is cool.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, what kind of savory options? I need to know more.
Well, what's really interesting about tick is that, they're enjoyed year-round, but they have this special significance during traditional Korean holidays and celebrations.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the flavors and fillings, they can vary so much from red bean paste to, savory vegetables.
Wow, so each bite is like a little taste of Korean culture?
You could see that.
This video is really making me hungry, and I think it might have convinced me to book a trip to Seoul just for the food.
I hear you. That soaked butter bread they kept showing. That's going straight to the top of my must-try list.
Oh my gosh, yes, that bread. The lines were out the door. What is it about that soaked butter bread?
I think it's a perfect example of how food trends in Seoul can just capture everyone's imagination.
For sure.
Even just the name itself. Soap butter bread. It's intriguing, right?
Totally. I mean, it makes you wonder, soap and butter in bread? How does that even work? I have to try it.
Right.
And the way they showed them making it in the video, fresh from the oven, brushing on all those layers of melted butter, it looked heavenly.
It definitely plays into that whole trend in South Korea of taking even simple dishes and elevating them through the way they're prepared and presented.
Yeah, it's like food is art.
Exactly. And don't even get me started on that marshmallow ice cream they showed. It's like they took a classic campfire treat and gave it this gourmet twist.
Right.
That visual contrast was amazing too, with the blowtorch caramelizing the marshmallow on top.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like crispy on the outside and then that cold, creamy ice cream underneath.
This deep dive is really making me appreciate just how creative and artistic Seoul's food scene is.
Absolutely. It's this incredible celebration of flavor, presentation, and how all these different cultural influences come together.
It's like a delicious melting pot.
Okay, so far, we've explored a high-tech gaming world and wandered through a historic village, and we've only just scratched the surface of Seoul's culinary delights.
There's so much more to come.
Get ready, because this video has even more Seoul goodness in store.
This is just the beginning.
I'm excited. Let's see what other culinary adventures await. Okay, get this. The video shows these crispy shrimp patties shaped like little nets.
No way.
I know, right? And then there are cafes overflowing with milk pies and salted caramel financiers.
Oh man, it all looks so good.
It's seriously a feast for the eyes.
And those crepe cakes, have you seen those? Layered with fruit and cream, they look incredible. They really do. It's clear that presentation is like a huge deal in Seoul's food scene.
Yeah, it's not just about how it tastes, it's about how it looks too.
Totally. And you know what else I'm noticing? It's not all just traditional Korean food.
It's very diverse.
Right. The video showed Italian cafes, French-inspired bakeries, they're all there.
Well, yeah, Seoul's a global city, and that's reflected in their food.
It's like they're embracing all these international flavors while still staying true to their own culinary roots.
Exactly. That's what makes it so dynamic and exciting, I think.
It's like the best of everything all in one place. And what I find so fascinating is how much food seems to be a part of the culture in Seoul, like the social fabric.
Oh, absolutely.
The video showed people having barbecues with their families, friends lining up together to try the latest food trends.
It's about the shared experience, It's more than just a meal.
It's a way to connect with people.
For sure. I mean, food brings people together, and you can really see that in this video.
It's like a celebration of life,
Yeah.
basically.
You could say that, yeah.
This deep dive has been amazing so far.
I know, right?
We've explored high-tech gaming, traditional villages, and now all this incredible food, and we're not even done yet.
There's still more to come.
I can't wait to see what else this video has in store.
Me neither.
This video, man, they saved the best for last.
Oh, really? What is it?
Okay, so imagine this. These fluffy Japanese pancakes, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
But they're like jiggling, they're so tall and airy.
I've seen those. Those are like internet famous.
They're crazy. And then right next to those, there's this whole spread of Korean fried chicken.
Oh, the chicken. Everyone raves about Korean fried chicken.
Yeah, and I can see why. It looks so crispy and flavorful. And honestly, after seeing this video, Korean fried chicken has just moved to the top of my food bucket list.
I'm adding it to mine too. Seriously, this deep dive is dangerous for my appetite.
I know, right? But it's not just about the food itself, it's the whole experience. Like the video showed these bustling night markets with vendors cooking up all sorts of amazing street food. And then there were these serene tea houses where you can just relax and sip on traditional tea.
It's like two completely different sides of Seoul, both equally enticing.
Right. It's like this city really knows how to indulge all your senses.
Totally. And, going back to something you mentioned earlier about food being so intertwined with the culture there, this video really captures that sense of community and connection that food brings.
It's like food is the common language that brings everyone together.
Exactly. And it's not just about, satisfying your hunger. It's about sharing those moments with people.
It's about making memories.
Absolutely.
This has been such a cool deep dive.
I know. I've learned so much.
Me too. We went from the excitement of HiKr Ground with, the future of gaming and esports and all that.
Right. And then that total contrast of Ikseondong Hanok Village.
Yeah, it's like stepping back in time, but in the best way possible. And the food, oh my gosh, the food.
Don't even get me started on the food. My stomach is rumbling just thinking about it.
I know, right? I'm already planning my trip to Seoul in my head.
If you do, you better take me with you.
Deal done. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on our Seoul adventure. Hopefully you enjoyed this little taste of what this amazing city has to offer.
It's definitely worth adding to the travel bucket list.
For sure. All right, until next time, happy travels, everybody.